The British company Xlinks is planning to develop a solar and wind power complex in the Moroccan desert. The aim is to produce 10.5 gigawatts of electricity that will be evacuated to the UK via 3,800 kilometers of undersea cables. In Morocco, a new solar complex could soon overtake the Benban complex, 1.65 gigawatts peak, in Egypt. The British company Xlinks will install a 7 gigawatts peak solar photovoltaic complex in the Sahara Desert in Morocco. The installation will be linked to a 5 gigawatts 20 gigawatts hours storage system. This will be the largest electricity storage system installed on the African continent. Also, in Morocco, Xlinks plans to build a 3.5 gigawatts wind farm. The company's CEO, Simon Morrish, says he is in talks with the Moroccan authorities to obtain the necessary authorisations and land allocation for the new installations. Simon Morrish plans to start the construction of its new facilities after the green light from Rabat. All of its production will be destined for export. Selling electricity to the UK. The electricity produced by the solar and wind farms will be transmitted via a 3,800 kilometers undersea cable to the UK electricity grid from Alverdiscott in Devon and Pembroke in Wales. Before reaching England, the submarine cable will cross the territorial waters of France, Spain and Portugal. Simon Morrish says he is in negotiations with 3 submarine cable manufacturers. The supply of submarine cable is crucial to the Xlinks project. Yet this power transmission equipment is in high demand in the burgeoning offshore wind industry. The undersea cable that will carry electricity from Morocco's solar and wind farms will have a capacity of 1.8 gigawatts, capable of feeding 26 terawatt-hour of electricity into the UK grid each year, or 7.5% of the kingdom's electricity demand. A $25 billion investment. Xlinks will negotiate a price of 67 cents per kilowatt-hour of electricity generated in Africa. The independent power producer, IPP, plans to begin construction of a first submarine cable in 2027. A second will be built from 2029. IPP estimates the cost of the entire mega project at $25 billion, 3 times the 2021 budget of the Democratic Republic of Congo, $6.9 billion. In the latest step to accelerate the rapprochement between Rabat and the Israeli defense industry, Morocco plans to develop a domestic industry to produce loitering munitions. Loitering munitions, sometimes described as kamikaze drones, are drones that do not fire missiles, but instead self-destruct upon hitting their target. This Wednesday, French publication Africa Intelligence revealed that the 2 countries are currently working on the development of a project to manufacture the single-use drones in Morocco. The French publication explains that the launch of this industry in Morocco comes after several months of negotiations with the group Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI. Specifically, Bluebird Aero Systems is the group's subsidiary specialized in the manufacture of these drones. Back in July, Israel's National Cyber Directorate announced that its CEO, Yigal Una, signed a cooperation agreement with Moroccan authorities, which would help Israeli companies sell knowledge and technology. This was the first cyber defense agreement between the 2 countries since the resumption of diplomatic relations between Morocco and Israel. The breakthrough deal will allow the Israelis to produce drones in Morocco in large quantities and at a much lower price, which will further strengthen their position in the export markets. The new deal, part of a larger military cooperation plan, is facilitated by the newly adopted Decree on Defense and Security Equipment, Weapons and Ammunition. The text frames the procedures for the manufacture, trade, import, export, transport and transit of military equipment. Moroccan authorities have yet to make an official announcement on this subject. However, several media outlets, notably Israeli, had already reported that Morocco had placed orders for the acquisition of Israeli drones. Morocco and Israel have wasted no time since the normalization. The 2 countries have strengthened their bilateral relations throughout 2021 with the exchange of expertise in the fields of tourism, industry, politics, and military defense.